Hi everyone, this is 3 minutes banner tutorial, part 13, Array Modifier. Array Modifier is a really powerful tool that can help you to duplicate a bunch of objects. For instance, if you just want to duplicate one object, you can just press Shift and D. However, if you want to duplicate a lot of objects for like say 10, you'll spend a lot of time to press Shift D around. So that's the time Array Modifier comes in. Now we just go to the property windows and then choose modifier and add array modifier. Now we just focus on the count section on the modifier menu. On default it's set to 2. This number helps us to define how many objects we want to duplicate. If I change it to 10, then 9 more objects will be duplicated. But somehow we don't want them to connect to each other. So we can adjust the offset just down below. The default offset for X is 1. We try to put it on 2. Then now you can see the cube is separated to each other. The same principle applies on Y and Z as well. So we can just put 2 and 2 on Y and Z axis. And then you can see the cube is separate each other on X, Y and Z axis by 2 units. But the unit measurement have 2 different interpretations by relative offset and constant offset. To demonstrate this, I just put the count value to 3 first. Now, first I want to explain the unit measurement on constant offset. The 1 unit on constant offset means 1 blender unit. But in relative offset, 1 unit means that 1 unit of the scale of object, and the distance of the object is calculated by the distance of their origin point. Now first I want you to uncheck the relative offset and then check the constant offset box. Then I want to type the value 2 on the x-axis. You then may notice that they still connect to each other because the distance between each origin point is exactly 2 units. If you want to separate each object, you have to put the value greater than their distance of the origin point, which we can try 2.1 and then you can see they are separate. And then we try to check on the relative offset and uncheck the constant offset. And then we try to enter 1. And then you'll see they are connected to each other because the length of their origin point is by 1 unit of their scale, which is 2 units, because the length of the cube is 2 blender units. And we can try to put 1.1 to make a gap between each other. So the main difference between the constant offset and relative offset is constant unit is based on the real unit of what they measured. And the relative offset is they measure the object as 1 unit.